with another episode of Stories in Cardboard. I may have spoiled the surprise a little bit with the thumbnail that I posted for this video, but we're going to go ahead and roll with it. Today I just have one card to show, and I think it really shows how these little pieces of cardboard tell stories. Some of these are just amazing, the tie to history that they have and things of that nature. And I know sometimes with the values of cards, it can sometimes be lost. And unfortunately, I think when people are only collecting for a monetary value, I think they really miss out on the significance of a card's place in history, or a person or player's place in history. And not only that, but the friendships that you build with sharing your collection and stories and that kind of thing. But with that being said, we're going to look at this card, which is a 1953 Mother's Cookies card of Clay Hopper. Now, Hopper was actually the manager of the Montreal Royals in 1946 and was actually Jackie Robinson's first manager in integrated baseball. Now, when you stop and think about that for a second, think about it. He was Jackie Robinson's first manager in integrated baseball. I just find that crazy that I have a small little piece of that history here. And it really didn't cost a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things. Now, Hopper was actually against integrating in baseball and actually tried to talk Branch Rickey into putting Jackie Robinson on another team, assigning him to another team. But Branch Rickey kind of stuck to his guns and told him he really wanted Jackie to have a fair shot at things. That year, the Royals went on to win the International League Championship, and Hopper was actually named Manager of the Year out of all the minor leagues. After the season was over and done, he actually shook hands with Jackie, told him he was a great player, a fine gentleman, and enjoyed having him on the team. And Jackie Robinson would always say that Hopper always treated him fairly and treated him well. Now, Hopper was a very successful manager. It's not like this was the only thing he did. He was a really successful manager in the minor leagues and won Minor League Manager of the Year twice, managed teams to 6 league championships, and he's currently 15th on the all-time managerial wins leader for or list for the minor leagues. Now, what I really love about this card, not only the tie to Jackie Robinson, but just the tie to U.S. history. And what I love about Jackie Robinson's place in history is it wasn't just about integrating pro sports, but it was also about integrating America and changing people's perceptions about people of a different race. And it's one of the reasons that I really like collecting players like Monte Irvin, Larry Doby, Marion Motley, Tank Younger, George Taliaferro, and guys like that. So many guys that are often overlooked, even though they helped integrate American sports. So now, one other thing about this card, this is from the Pacific Coast League, which was actually a very, very popular league and a high quality of professional baseball back prior to Major League Baseball moving to the West Coast. Back before they moved to the West Coast and before national TV, when people out west wanted a good brand of baseball, they often went to the Pacific Coast League. So it was a very good league. So that's about all I have today for this. On my next video, I'm going to show a few more Pacific Coast League cards, and I hope you will give them a chance. You're going to see some familiar faces, some very, very familiar faces, and then some guys maybe you haven't heard of, but they have a very interesting story to tell. So I hope you'll check back with that. I appreciate you watching, and take care.